Leaders today don't have time to go sit on a mountaintop. But the reality is they need that potency and depth of transformation that would come from a mountaintop. And they need to be able to bring it not just into the boardroom, but into their family lives so that their families can have that fulfillment and they can have that fulfillment. So I've got 30 years of experience in teaching, training, education. And what I found throughout those 30 years was that there seemed to be no existence of an intersection between impact, fulfillment, and purpose. It was like that contribution that everyone wants to have and contribute to the planet. The impact didn't seem to meet the fulfillment. Like nobody could have all three at once. And I knew that it didn't have to be that way. Everyone that I worked with, there was this experience and sense that there's got to be more than this. And I found that most leadership development programs out there were lacking depth. I mean, leaders today really need the fierceness of Gandhi, the compassion of Jesus, the equanimity of a Buddha, and the transformation of Mandela. But leaders today don't have time for that. So that's why I created Sorcerer School, so that you can get the depth of all of that transformation that would come from a mountaintop, and you can apply it to the boardroom and apply it to your family and have it all from the comfort of your own home instead of the mountaintop. You know, most leaders are actually ready to go a lot deeper than what the leadership development programs expect of them. They might offer depth, they might claim depth, but they're not able to go really, really, really deep. And a lot of leaders today are underestimated in their depth and are ready for something so much more significant and so much deeper than what's out there. And leaders today, in these really turbulent times that we live in, need a clear sense of purpose. They need to have confidence that is far deeper than this perception of confidence and doesn't come from ego, but that comes from a space so deep in themselves and their own unique wisdom that it communicates in essence and leads a bigger conversation that engages others in their unique wisdom. DNA level transformation is what goes beneath the surface of most leadership development work. So here's what I mean. Now, scientists have for years now been doing research on what's possible both with accessing the quantum field as well as in our own biology and what's possible to transform in our own DNA. DNA is malleable. It can and it does shift. And with access to the quantum field that we all have and that is inside of all of us, each person, each leader has access to be able to shift and transform their own DNA, the cells inside of their own body. So it's connected with physiology, it's connected with psychology, with sociology, with biology, and the laws of physics. And where all of those things interconnect is DNA level transformation. This work is not for you if you want to stay on the surface. So if you want to stay in, any of the old or more traditional paradigms of how we perceive money, of how we perceive business or relationships, if you want to see yourself as a victim of circumstances and not be connected to what goes on in your life, to see your life as separate than you, to see what you're creating or those who are in your life as separate than you, then this work is not for you. Though this work is for people who are logical as well as creative. So this work can be for anyone who has any intersection of creativity and logic, and you can be, any extreme of either as long as you're willing to play with both. But this work is not for you if you are only logical and analytical, and that is where you want to stay. So this work is for you if you want to explore the world as energy and explore your physical life as an expression of that energy. And this work is not for you if you don't want to see and interact with and express yourself as energy and the world as energy. If you want to, leave the energy conversation out of it or see things as only practical, then this work is not for you. If you're ready to have an expansive impact and to feel expansive inside of yourself, and if you're ready to overcome any fear that there might be of your own power or anywhere where your mind wants to stop you from going into the depths so that you can be more powerful and make a greater contribution and have deeper fulfillment. If you're ready to be a part of and lead a bigger conversation, if you're ready to know your unique wisdom and connect with the expression in support of others and their unique wisdom, if you're ready to innovate and to create and to step into a life that is exponential, where you have become the yin and the yang and the power of it all, then this work is for you.